Hello, how are you?
Hey, Art, how are you?
Wow, that music is super loud. Somebody at YouTube is about to push the red button and shut us off.
You know what? Not yet, because we've still got some viewers.
We're just
so
discussing
it's
how
still going.
copyright issues are going to have us shut off, so we need to talk over the music, or they're just going to kill this feed.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's gonna be okay, because we can always talk closer in the microphones and
Right.
turn them down.
As I have not been doing a good job of.
No,
Yes.
you haven't. You're a terrible podcaster.
So the GoPro camera died. Both flip cameras have filled to capacity. I wanted to tape other shows today, but instead you guys extended the live broadcast, which is great for us because now maybe we can go and enjoy some of this rather than sit here and record.
I just went and got some zombie coffee or whatever this. There's a coffee place that some freebie coffee going
How's
on.
that doing?
And
It's fine.
Good. Well, at least we've got our audio going still, and that camera over there.
We've
This
got
one-
audio.
I mean-
We've got this camera over here.
Oh, is this
Still
been
got,
recording the whole time?
Yeah, it's still got like 3 hours left if you want to record
Video?
more. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, because you're the only camera I got left. Love it.
Hey.
this place is jamming.
Yeah, it
And
is.
it's not slowing down either.
Does anybody know what time it is? I don't.
It is 12:30.
Oh my God, I thought it was like 4. I swear to God, I thought it was like 4 o'clock.
Well, we've only you and I know we've only had like 2 hours of sleep. I don't know.
Ed McMahon, give me a timpani. Roll those numbers again. Let's
I
see
know.
how many. Oh God.
Did we raise some money?
Go to commercial. Well, this is great. Well, I want to say a couple things. Starting to my left, Greg Moan, thank you for coming out today and technically helping us and giving us lights to make a white man even whiter. But let people know your webpage where they can find your photographs and give us a little description on what kind of photos you like to take.
Well, I really need to retool my website because it's not exactly what I would consider family friendly. There is some NSFF, SW type stuff not safe
of course,
for work.
because and let me say real quick, for the young ladies who are out there, they reach a certain age and they look back and regret saying, "I wish I had taken photos when I was this age."
When I was young and hot.
When I was young and hot. I didn't want to come out and say young and hot like that.
I
But
do.
okay, you can do that. And you missed that opportunity, and it's unfortunate, and I'm sure they look back at that and regret. Greg takes beautiful, very tasteful photos, and he's been super creative lately. If you want to think about just trampolines or
Girls on It's the man show.
Girls on trampolines,
Right.
the photo version. Grinder pictures, body paint pictures. I mean, there's really, really beautiful work there. Give us the website.
There's a monster. There's a monster out the window.
Whoa! Even though you're retooling
Oh, it's a
it,
Hulk. We got a Hulk. Look out!
he's halfway hulked out. Even though you're retooling it, at least let us know the webpage.
My company is called
Well, hold on. Behind us, we've just had some zombies walking.
Crap.
Oh, I know.
Camera hogs.
I know. We got some dead people.
We're trying to do some plugs here.
My website, my company is called Good Egg Productions because I'm a good egg, and I do photo,
I love
do
eggs.
video.
Eggs are delicious. Oh, sorry.
I do even corporate commercial type stuff. So it's not just girls in bikinis. It's all kinds of things, and I also do some audio recording too. So I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff, but mostly photo and video for right
And
now.
you're getting into some 4K drone activity.
Oh, I did get a drone. Yeah,
He's
I
he's surveying a Popka right now.
didn't bring it today.
No,
It
no.
would have been dangerous.
Yes, it would have been dangerous. But that's a .com, by the way. GoodEggProductions.com.
It is.
You left that part off. I don't want people to go to .gov and think,
You know what? Nobody even writes .com anymore. Every browser worth its salt just fills it in for you.
But Greg helped out today. He got us on the air as well as Rodney Dubé did as well. Rodney Dubé is also a photographer. And if you want to give us a little bit of what kind of photos you've been taking and tell us your webpage as well.
My main focus of taking pictures is trying to get it in focus. So,
All right.
well, no, actually,
There's a little photography humor there.
there's a little bit of truth to it. Yeah. No, I mean, the truth of it is, I'm on a learning journey with it.
Sure.
So I am taking all kinds of stylized pictures, whether it's a longer, delayed kind of thing, like a time lapse sort of style, or scenery or people. Because the moment you start taking a picture of something nice, they're like, "Hey, can you come to my kid's birthday party?"
Right.
Well, I'm really good with the moon and landscapes.
Yep.
But children move around or whatever, So I'm trying to learn all aspects so that I can kind of just drop in and out, and also gives me some variety.
And both of you, actually all three of us, have got wedding experience, whether we want it or not.
I don't mention that. I'm done with weddings.
Well, I've never actually worked weddings.
No weddings.
Nobody ever really works.
I've been best man 5 times.
Right.
Congratulations.
I know. Always
the best man, never the
groom.
Wait.
You guys have that in common.
Right.
I've not been a best man.
No, but you've been in weddings before.
Oh yeah.
And you're both unmarried.
Yeah.
Right.
Bachelor
forever.
Yes. And there's nothing wrong with that
I'm
because
all
look
about
how
that
happy
life.
you are.
Currently happy unmarried.
Super happy.
Right.
I spend all my own money.
Right.
So, also, you let people know about the Facebook page also for your photos? Or you just
Yeah, if you want to come out and check out Roddy Dubé Photography on Facebook, come just look up my name.
Spell Dubé for the kids at home.
I want to check that out.
D-U-B-E. It looks like
Doobie.
It looks like it. I know.
Doobie.
That was the other thing, too. You read comic books, your name is Doobie? Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
I heard all that forever and a day.
So, tell me, guys, what we should do. I have somebody else coming at 1 o'clock for another interview that Todd introduced me to. Do we shut down the live broadcast and just do that on tape? Or should we just keep going through the 1 o'clock hour on YouTube?
Well, I mean, there's plenty of people if you wanted to, we can actually, one of the people I was saying we should probably interview is a gentleman by the name of Derrick Fish.
Is he here?
He is. He's actually the artist that did the artist renderings for Gods and Monsters.
Oh,
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Would you like to try and grab him for us? 'Cause
Yeah,
we've got
he's kind of
time.
busy. I'll take a look and see if I can get him. See if I can get his attention. See if he's got a moment.
I've got another possibility that we
Yeah.
can talk about. There's a game. There's an actual game developer here in the house.
Oh, that's
and
right.
they have created what sounds like a terrific game, and you don't really hear about the game developers in Central Florida. They're usually out.
EA
in,
Sports.
Yeah. Well, I
EA
guess they do have
Sports.
EA Sports, but
Yeah, that's a big company.
I don't know if they're a developer or a publisher. Anyway, so they're available if you want to talk to them.
Absolutely.
I can get them over here.
Let me double check to see if Derrick's available.
Yeah, for the 30-second synopsis I got, it sounded really, really interesting. Something I would play.
Were there any visuals over there on that? I haven't seen anything on that.
I have the little information that they gave me here, so you're gonna have to vamp here for a couple of seconds.
Sure. Matter of fact, why don't you come and sit with me for a minute?
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Why don't you put on the headset? Give us your first and last name and your job title.
My name is Justin Blinn, and I am the sales titan here at Gods and Monsters.
Justin has said before that he has been keeping Gods and Monsters moving along even before the opening because you've been taking care of their online sales for them. What are online sales been like, or what's it like in an average year?
Average year, we're not 100% on that yet. We actually started on eBay before the grand opening, moving and getting a lot of the word out there about the kind of products we're going to have here.
Right.
We're in the final process of putting together our own online store, so that way we can move away from eBay and provide people better prices, not having to worry about fees and such.
Will the online store just be a part of godmonsters.com, or will this be separate?
No, it'll be part of the actual website itself, so people will be able to access it through our website.
After over 3.5 hours here, I did forget to mention some of the places where you can find us, which is godmonsters.com. You can also go to our YouTube page. Just look up Gods and Monsters. To be more specific, you might want to look up Gods and Monsters Orlando on YouTube, because there are other Gods and Monsters mentions in the world that we live in. So you could find us there. So tell us right now, what's kind of big online for sales right now?
Well, we're going to be focusing a lot on the hot toys, definitely the hot toys, because I know people will always like that.
Yeah.
There's
we have hot toys here on display today?
Absolutely.
Yes.
We have RoboCop hot toys, and I know we have some Jason versus Freddy hot toys in the store.
Jason versus Freddy coming to Halloween Horror Nights, I've understood, for the 25th anniversary.
Yes, 25 years this year.
They just announced Jason Freddy, so that's very popular right now.
What we'd like to focus a lot online, well, we're going to have an inventory that's going to reflect both online and in the store, so that way it coordinates with each other. But what we'd like to do is put things out there that people can't find in their normal comic book stores. We're actually going to be going to events like San Diego Comic-Con and picking up exclusives to bring back to the store and to put into our online store. So people that can't make it out to California will still be able to find those kinds of things, and not for outrageous prices like some people like to charge in their eBay stores.
Well, this place is just flooded with talent, and I want to thank you for coming in. I know you've been spending many, many hours, weeks, days, and months here getting this ready in preparation, and I hope you've had a few minutes to just look around and enjoy it yourself.
Watching the people in here today has been more than a reward than all the hours spent here.
That's awesome. Well, I have another guest here. This is one of the tricky things about doing a live show. I can't toss the commercial and then say goodbye to you. I have to actually just say goodbye to you.
Absolutely.
We have another guest. But congratulations on today, and they can look for you guys online sales, and then once again, reminding, godmonsters.com.
Godmonsters.com, online sales within the next month or so.
Okay. Well, thank you, Justin, for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Stop by anytime.
Absolutely.
All right, Art Miles, I want to introduce you. Come on in, Derrick.
Have him come on in. Derrick?
This is Derrick Fish.
Welcome, Derrick.
Art Miles.
Welcome to the show. We're live on YouTube. Come on in.
Come on in.
Those are for
Put
you.
on a headset. You're talking to the mic. Derrick is a very acclaimed artist, and Derrick's big claim to fame currently at this exact second He's the one that did the concept drawings of Gods and Monsters. So
Let
the
me
ones
tell
you saw on the internet now.
We've been staring at these drawings for over a year now, and when I see what you've drawn and what the front entrance looks like, I'm like, that's it. That's what he drew, and that's what they made. The interiors, I've used the interior shots of yours for a couple of the episodes that I've interviewed with Todd, where I was like, Todd, I give him a microphone, walk through this big giant empty store of a airport hangar and tell us what it's going to look like. And he would describe it, and we would cut away to your photos. And I got to tell you, it's exactly what they dreamed up. It's beautiful. Tell us about where you got the direction for some of these drawings that you put together, or is it just, were they over your shoulder while you were drawing, or you were kind of left alone?
For the most part, I was left alone.
Good.
I came here with Todd and Anna back when it was still just an empty storefront.
Right.
And we didn't even have the lights on in it, which was kind of funny because I'm
for months.
I'm snapping photos in the dark, wondering whether or not there's going to be ghosts.
There's a lot of
when I get
talk
home.
about working in the dark in this
Right.
place for a while because no electricity.
The first episode that we shot video of
Was in the
Todd
dark.
walked through the store totally in the dark. So thank Rodney for the good quality camera that
seriously,
day.
we did the lighting with the iPhone.
Yeah.
We put on the flashlight mode so I could shoot it with my Canon
So
camera.
that he could describe what he was going to doing, and then we used your photo. So good. You were kind of left alone to do your drawings?
Pretty much. We had a bunch of conversations back and forth. I'd worked with Todd before on some concept design stuff, so we had kind of the rapport going with that. So there really wasn't very much to... I know there's really not too much of it, except he told me what he wanted, what the ideas he wanted. The areas were broken down for me, like the Transmetropolitan Gallery and the Noodle Station, with their very heavy Blade Runner influence. And so I've been doing this kind of stuff, like concept illustration stuff, for years now. So it's just a matter of visualizing it. I gave them some rough sketches. They liked the sketches, and I just kept tightening them up, pretty much first draft.
Well, you've had an opportunity now to spend a couple of hours here. What are some of the, for those that aren't there and are watching at home, what are some of the big surprises that kind of surprised you today as you came into the store?
The funny thing is that even though I've been here, and again, I was here when it was a giant empty space, but when it's full of stuff, it kind of blew my mind that it kept going.
Yeah.
I thought I was like going to the bathroom earlier, and I'm like, okay, it's over here, I think. And wait, there's more store behind the shelf. There's like a whole place to sit down and eat, and there's a movie screen, and it just keeps going. It's just wild. And I mean, the amount of detail they put into stuff, like we're under the Arkham receiving signs.
The detail of it. We mentioned before, Spider was up on the, even over by the brick walls and up here, just weathering these things, like one little piece at a time. He had a paintbrush and he was just going through it. And it's just, the work here is it's just amazing. So when you're not doing artist renderings of people's future job locations, what do you like to do full time?
Well, I'm comic book art for the most part. Right now I'm working for a company called #Studios on a book called Carpe Noctem, which is a vampire comic.
Todd spoke to me about this earlier, yes.
I self-publish my own material. I do an online comic strip called Dandy and Company, and I have a 12-issue fantasy adventure book called The Wellkeeper. So between that and actually my regular graphic stuff right now, is I'm doing some of this for a theme park that's going to be over in the Middle East. I'm doing the same kind of stuff.
Do you consider Orlando your home, or do you travel a lot and you just have to be here right now?
I'm currently living in Tampa. I'm getting ready to move up north to Pennsylvania in the end of the summer.
Oh, end of the summer. Will you be going to the, I don't know the name, the Tampa Con at the end of July?
Unfortunately, no. We've been there the last couple of years because right now we live out in Tampa, and it's like so easy to go to.
I was thinking,
it's pretty much scheduled almost the same week we're moving.
Moving week.
Yeah.
And then how is the move going to be affecting your work in the future? Is it going to benefit you in any way?
It'll definitely benefit me because I'm going to get my own office now instead of co-opting the dining room.
Oh, okay.
We've all been there.
And Pennsylvania has seasons, and I can't stand not seasons.
Well, you don't like the 2 seasons of Florida? Hot and really hot?
No. Strangely enough, I've been here for 20 years, and I feel like I'm done.
I went outside this morning.
It's exactly like the first day you moved in. You're like, day hasn't changed. It's still hot.
Rodney and I left here at 3 a.m. last night and couldn't believe how humid it was.
Oh my God!
So I ran into this building at 8 a.m. this morning and I haven't gone back out yet.
A little footnote about this little area and stuff, and also 3 a.m. I gotta admit, I-4 at 3 a.m. is a pleasure to drive on.
It's a creepy pleasure to drive on.
I could actually get home in 20 minutes. Now at 8:30 in the morning, it took me an hour to get down here.
Yeah.
only because there was an
accident.
accident.
One accident.
One
will do that.
accident
Well,
killed the whole thing.
a lot of people will say, I-4 is Orlando's greatest attraction because all a car has to do is slow down on the side of the road and everyone stops.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching.
Right.
That's right. And do you have any future projects that you're working on right now that you can tell us about?
Right now, the main project that's taking up the majority of my time is I'm co-writing and illustrating again Carpe Noctem. Working on the 6th issue right now. The 2nd issue just came out in stores. I am remastering a comic that I did back in the early 90s called Apparition, which is a supernatural superhero
And
book.
what you mean by remastering? What exactly?
The
you're doing?
director's cut.
Sort of. Basically,
Going to obviously your art is improved.
the art has changed considerably.
Right.
But the thing
Yeah.
is that I still like the character. It's a supernatural superhero
Yeah.
guy, and I have some new ideas that I'd love to do. And I'm like, but I didn't want to do a reboot because I hate reboots. So
Okay.
I'm like, I'm going to take these books that I self-published as a fanzine 20 years ago, and I'm going to fix the typos, re-letter it, fix the script a little bit because I've learned how to write better.
You're gonna Lucasfy it. That's okay though.
You're
but
not
this
going to
time
turn machine guns into walkie-talkies,
right,
are you?
exactly.
No, I
Right.
did remove an entire panel that was just I couldn't fix it. So I was like, okay,
I know how people
I'm
give,
redrawing that.
people give George Lucas a hard time when he wants to go back and remaster his work. But then I go back and look at projects that I've edited, and a year later, I'm like,
absolutely.
I want to go back and fix that. I totally get
Yeah.
that.
Constantly. And the thing, the George Lucas thing, it kind of drives me nuts because people are like, oh, it's all about the money. It's all about the money.
No.
No, if it was all about the money, well, for starters, he wouldn't have given the $4 billion to charity.
Right.
But also, if it was all the money, he would just keep re-releasing it with new special features.
Right.
That's passion to go back in and say, I
Absolutely.
have to keep working on
Right.
this.
Yeah.
That's obviously someone who cares. Whether or not you agree or disagree with his choices, with the exception of the Khan and Greedo and then the weird
Right,
Job
the
the Hutt
shooting.
scene.
Yes.
For the most part, I like almost all, and the musical number in Jedi. But
So you're kind of doing that. Oh, my mic just started crackling on me. So this is something you're kind of doing with your comic book. You're kind of going back and revisiting it.
a little bit more like Robert Wise did for the DVD director's cut of Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Not really changing anything, but
Good
I'm
example,
fixing
yeah.
the things that were wrong in a way that makes it look like that's the way it was supposed to
Okay,
have
that's
been.
a good example then. Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: when it comes to your timeline, how long does it take you to kind of get a book done? What kind of between you've got the story, you've done your layouts, you're doing your inking. How long from that point do you have till you got to get it to the printer to get it say out by August? What is your
Generally speaking, for the book I'm working on now with Carpe Noctem, because that is an actual paying gig, it's not my self-publishing thing. I've got a schedule and a deadline, so it's up to me to get that done in under a month, if at all possible, for the full pages, so that the colorist can get to it, and then it comes back to me to letter because I'm a control freak.
Well, if people wanted to find you on the web or Facebook or wherever you like to be found, where can people find you?
The easiest way is DerrickFish.com, DerrickFish.com.
And also, you can find Derrick today at
Right
his
here.
artist booth over the artist gallery because
Yes,
he's
indeed.
doing sketches and
I'm sitting right under Dr. Octopus on the mural.
Find
There
him
you
now
go.
because he's moving up north, folks. You're
I
not going
know.
to see him here in Orlando.
I know.
possibly
See him
for a
now.
This
while.
is my last Central Florida shebang.
Yeah. Well, I've said this before. I feel weird. We don't take commercial breaks. It's all live. But my next guest is here, and I don't get a chance to do a commercial break and then have you leave. I have to have you walk out actually in the middle of it. But thank you for coming
thank
out.
you for coming, Derrick.
Nice
Thank
to
you for
meet
having me.
you. Good luck.
Thank you.